Hey guys, welcome back to Dude We Can Fix It. Today we're going to be diagnosing some cold start issues on this 7.3 liter diesel in this international truck. This is a T444E, but this is the same mechanical twin as your 7.3 liter Power Stroke in your Ford truck. So the problems that we're having with this vehicle is that whenever it is lower than 70 degrees outside, it becomes difficult to start, and by the time it gets down to 50 degrees, it won't start at all. So let's take a look at what happens when we try to start it. We had a nice chilly night last night in the 40s. As you can see, we have a nice cloud of white smoke that is indicative of unburnt diesel fuel, which means that it's not hot enough inside the engine to combust. We're going to suspect our glow plug system. So here we are on the passenger side of the vehicle, looking at the top of the engine. Here we can see the glow plug controller. It's pretty much just a switching relay. So this terminal here with this large power wire coming in is our 12-volt feed, and then on the opposite side we have this other lug which branches off into two wires. Each wire goes to a separate bank of glow plugs. So one is for the driver's side and one is for the passenger side. We'll verify that we have 12 volts here and no volts here, and also 0 volts at these two signal wire lugs. And then we will turn the key over to the run position, and while the glow plug wait to start light is on, we should be having 12 volts of power over on this going to the two banks of glow plugs. So let's see what we have right now with nothing on. We will ground out over here on the fuel filter housing and test our incoming power. We see we have 12.6 volts. We'll also test this lug here. 0 volts. And this lug here. 0 volts. And our lug in the back. 0 volts. Now, I will turn the key over to the on position, and we should be getting 12 volts at this lug in the back while the glow plugs are on. So we are getting 11.8 volts, which there's a slight voltage drop, but that is to be expected when you have a load on the batteries and the alternator is not running to keep them charged. Let's look at what we have on these other ones. Nothing. And 12 volts. Or 11.5. So this is our signal wire coming in, commanding this to turn on. Oh, our glow plug relay just clicked, so now it is off. The warm-up cycle has ended. That just verifies that our glow plug controller is working and it is sending power to the glow plugs. So now let's test the glow plugs. Alright, I've moved over to the passenger side of the engine just because it is going to be a little easier to film. We're going to remove this connector here. This is the connector that controls or sends power to the glow plugs on the passenger side bank, and also controls the injectors. You look inside of here, you can see that there's 2 big slots on each side and then 5 small slots in the middle. Well, your larger slots here have larger spades on the other side of the connector, and the 2 large slots on each end are what are going to your glow plugs. So you can also test for 12 volts of power at any of these 4 to make sure that your wiring harness is also in good shape. So now to test our glow plugs to make sure that they are not burnt out, we will be checking for ohms of resistance. So set your multimeter to ohms, put 1 lead on a good ground, and then we have these 2 larger spades on this end and then the 2 larger spades on the other end. Each one goes to a glow plug. We should be reading between 0.2 ohms and 2 ohms. So let's try this out. This first one is at 381 kilo ohms or 381 ohms, so it is out of spec. Let's try the next one. Well, I'm getting no reading on this one, so it is either completely open or completely shorted. It is also bad. This one over here has 0.5 ohms, so it is in spec. And then let's try this last one over here. Yep, 1.8 mega ohms. So that is out of spec as well. Let's go take a look at what a good glow plug should be reading. Now, let's go ahead and test our new glow plug. We will turn this over to ohms. You'll see this plastic ring here, this black ring, is the divider. This internal assembly is separate from this external assembly. All we need to do is put a probe on the outside assembly and the inside assembly to get our ohm reading, which is 0.5 ohms, which is inside of the 0.2 to 2 ohm recommended reading. So that glow plug is good. Alright, that is how you diagnose your cold start issues on your 7.3 Power Stroke or T444E engine. That will allow you to determine if you need a new glow plug controller or glow plugs. Now, if those components are working but you are not getting a signal to your glow plug controller, then you will need to look into your coolant temperature sensor or your PCM, because it's not sending the signal to the controller. Now, if you want to learn how to replace your glow plugs, watch another video on our channel for the 7.3 liter glow plug replacement, and I'll walk you through the whole thing, nice and easy, and you'll be able to get that knocked out in no time. Thanks for watching. I hope this was useful. Please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and stay tuned for more Dude We Can Fix It videos. Have a great one.